Hello, bonjour, hola, konnichiwa, namaste. Thank you everyone for being here and taking the time to learn about what's new in the Microsoft Visio world. I'm Mukul Kumar, Worldwide Marketing Manager for Visio, and I have with me Saurabh, who I like to call the main guy at Visio. Saurabh heads the program management for Visio, and he has a ton of new and exciting news to share with you today.
Thanks, Mukul. I'm Saurabh. I'm the Group Program Manager for Visio. I absolutely love the product, and all of you who use Visio day to day and give us great feedback about the product. I'm very excited to share all the good news that we have for you at this Ignite.
So let's start with a quick overview of Visio. What's Visio? Well, Visio is a diagramming application by Microsoft that is used by students and professionals across a variety of industries. It lets you visualize complex processes and ideas, which you can then collaborate on and share with your team members no matter where they are. That brings us to the idea of what we call visual collaboration. Many of you already know about visual problem solving techniques such as brainstorming and mind mapping. And if it was not so obvious before, well, now, during the global pandemic, it has become very clear that collaborative meetings have become essential for innovation and creativity. It's not just a good to have anymore, but an absolute necessity in this environment. That your teams can debate, discuss, and brainstorm on ideas to build the best products and services. All of this boils down to the fact that teams need to capture ideas and processes digitally, work on them together from wherever they are, and share them across the organization. And that's where Visio excels. It works seamlessly with your existing apps such as Teams, OneDrive, SharePoint, etc. Visio integrates very well with all these different apps within the Microsoft ecosystem. Let's start with Microsoft Teams and Visio. You can create, view, and edit your diagrams within Teams. You can add it as a tab and collaborate with your team members with real-time co-authoring. You can embed Visio diagrams in Power BI dashboards and bring them to life. You can export Visio process diagrams to Power Automate to automate them. You can convert data in Excel into Visio diagrams, or new diagrams can be automatically created from data in Excel. Visio diagrams can also be exported to Excel, PowerPoint, and Word for presentation, compliance reports, process manuals, and audit reports. Visio's online plans by default come with OneDrive storage, where you can store your files to collaborate. And last but not least, both Visio Web as well as the desktop allows you to create Azure diagrams using the out-of-box Azure stencils and templates. And with that, I'm going to shut up and let Saurabh show you some of the exciting stuff that we've been working on, and also show you for the very first time some of the things that are coming in the future. With that, Saurabh, why don't you take it away?
Thanks a lot, Mukul. Let's get the ball rolling. First off, I'm really excited to announce that the Visio Data Visualizer add-in for Excel is now generally available to Excel users signing in with their work or school accounts. This add-in allows you to seamlessly convert data in your Excel files to professional flowcharts, org charts, process maps right within Excel. We started the preview of this add-in a few months ago and learned a lot about what your expectations were from this during this period. One of the biggest feedbacks was to make this extremely quick to access from within Excel. We took this feedback and worked hand in hand with the folks in the Excel team and made that integration happen.
Wow, that sounds great, Saurabh. Can you maybe show us how that works? Nothing beats a demo, right?
Sure, Mukul. What you're seeing here is the new Visio Data Visualizer button added right within Excel, and a bunch of new Excel templates that we have added to help our users get started quickly with the add-in preloaded. Let me show you how this integration makes it extremely easy to create wonderful process maps, org charts, etc. right within Excel. With the new Data Visualizer add-in, creating diagrams right within Excel is really easy. All you need to do is go to the Insert menu and click on the Visio Data Visualizer icon that we have newly added to Excel. Once you click on this icon, the add-in will be inserted, and you will see 3 different categories of diagrams that you can create. You can create a basic flowchart, process maps, also known as cross-functional flowcharts, or organization charts. For the purpose of this example, let us go ahead and create a cross-functional flowchart. When you click on cross-functional flowchart, you will see several options of different layouts and themes to pick from. For this example, let's pick a horizontal flowchart. As soon as you pick a particular diagram, Visio will automatically insert some sample data to get you started and create a diagram using that sample data. You can now customize the sample data as per your requirements and create a new diagram just by clicking this refresh button here. If folks in your organization already have the steps for this process defined somewhere in another file, you can just copy paste that data here and just hit this refresh button to generate a brand new diagram using this data. Visio will create the diagram using your updated data and you will have it ready in no time. With the new collaboration capabilities in Visio Online, several colleagues who are subject matter experts can simultaneously edit the data in Excel and update the diagram as they work. Just for process maps alone, this can save countless hours and numerous iterations. Similarly, organization charts generated like this can be quickly refreshed and kept updated by everyone in the organization. This add-in is now available in 26 different languages, so please try it out and give us your valuable feedback through the feedback link right within the add-in or on user voice. Also, you can vote on user voice for the next diagram type that you would like to see here in this add-in. To learn more about this add-in, please head over to our session 3014, Create Data-Driven Diagrams with Excel and Visio.
Thank you, Saurabh. That was great. So now moving on from the data visualizer add-in and onto the web canvas. I know last time we met, we were at Ignite. We got tremendous feedback from all of you, and I know we've made several additions to the web application. Is there something you can show us there?
Absolutely, Mukul. Let me quickly walk you through some of these. You can now add hyperlinks to your shapes. These can point to external URLs or pages within the file. These can be very useful to create multi-level process hierarchies and many other kinds of interlinked information flows. You can also reuse content from existing Visio diagrams through the easy copy-paste functionality that we have added, which allows you to copy-paste content across Visio diagrams. And you can also export the diagrams into several image formats and resolutions for using them in other documents and inserting them into your web pages. We've also made diagramming process simpler by simplifying the connector experience that allows you to connect shapes easily from any point on the shape to any other point on the shape without the need to explicitly add new connection points. You can now easily reorder pages and navigate across pages using the multi-level page operations that we have recently launched. We have also introduced a quick way to replace an existing shape with another one. And I particularly like this last one as it lets me start with a simple boxes and arrows kind of diagram during a meeting. And then I can quickly embellish it using more precise and professional shapes during the meeting or afterwards. You can learn more about these features in our session 3007, Web-Based Diagramming, Design, Share, and Collaborate with Visio for the Web. So speaking of meetings, Microsoft Teams has become the de facto hub for remote work, and we have added capabilities to create new Visio diagrams from within Teams and to pin those as tabs to share them and work on them collaboratively. We have all adopted a new style of working in response to the COVID pandemic. As we started realizing the impact and scope of the pandemic, we accelerated our efforts in making the Visio online collaboration and co-authoring experience more robust and easier to work with. Let me talk about a few simple but effective enhancements that we have added to Visio based on your feedback. We've introduced the collab gallery, where you can see who else is working on the document, and improved the presence indicators so you can clearly know who is working on which part of the document and not disturb their work. We also added the ability to add and respond to comments right while you're editing the diagram. This was previously available only in the view mode. To learn more about these, please tune into our session 3023, Enable Visual Real-Time Collaboration in Microsoft Teams using Visio. But let me show you a few of these in action in our next demo. As you can see, folks can just open up a Visio diagram from right within Teams through either a chat conversation or something that has been attached as a tab. Once they do that, they can communicate with each other, they can see each other's presence right on the diagram, and they can assign tasks to each other to complete the diagram. As you can see, we have assigned task here to Ligu to complete the registration process. What you're seeing now here is that as folks start working on the diagram together, they can see who else is in the diagram, and they can even go to the exact location where somebody else is editing the diagram. You can also see who else is on the same shape or same section of the diagram along with them. So looks like here Megan has joined the diagramming session. You can also see that as people edit various shapes,
their name indicators are replaced by dancing dots to show that they're actually working on the shape. Even complex changes like changes of theme can be very simply carried out in a co-auth session. Now what I'm showing you is that if you want to go a little bit beyond and leave comments for folks for asynchronous collaboration right within the diagram, now you can do that right within the edit mode. Earlier, as I mentioned, this functionality was available only in the view mode, and it was hard to do it inside the edit session.
Based on feedback from our users, we prioritized the popular entity relationship diagrams to become out-of-the-box available from the Visio canvas. So we've now got the Chens database and the crow's foot diagramming notation as part of our IT and software-related diagrams available in the Visio for web. The connectors and shapes in these diagram categories are optimized for professionally capturing the details of the types of relationships these entities might have. We have also completely refreshed our Azure diagram stencils and added several new shapes for this category that we had released a couple of years ago. We really believe that these will help you in your digital transformation journey. Another big ask from our user community has been to provide a simple way to embed Visio diagrams right within Confluence web pages. So we recently worked with the folks at Atlassian and enabled the Microsoft OneDrive add-in to also support Visio diagrams. You will now be able to utilize the add-in to bring in Visio diagrams stored in OneDrive or SharePoint right into your Confluence pages.
Wow, that was a lot of new and exciting stuff that we've been releasing. And as you can see, we have a host of new things that are in the pipeline that our team is working on. So last year at Ignite, we released the Microsoft Flow integration with Visio. We also did a preview of the real-time co-authoring. And this year at Ignite, we are releasing the data visualizer for Excel, and we are releasing the add-in for Confluence. We also have the self-service purchase. And as you can see, we have a lot of new things that are coming in the pipeline. And is there a chance, Saurabh, that you can maybe give us a sneak peek into that?
Certainly, Mukul. Let me just take a few examples from the features that our users have been requesting that we have been working on. So a lot of our users like to think of new ideas and put them onto the canvas without worrying about the exact page size and such. For such use cases, we will be introducing new features that will let users work on an unbounded canvas much more naturally. At the same time, there are cases where one needs the diagram to fit precisely into common page sizes or make it ready for embedding in other apps like PowerPoint and such, right? We will be making all these enhancements to the current way pages are handled in Visio. We have continued to listen closely to our customers, and we will be adding more content that they need to make the best use of Visio for their use cases. One of the common asks has been to include Amazon Web Service related shapes right within Visio. So we've partnered with AWS, and soon the latest AWS shapes will be available to you from right within Visio Online. Just to give you an idea of something different, another area where we are making the Visio experience more useful is by leveraging the awesome work that the Office Online team is doing in surfacing the right content easily to all users. We're closely working with the Office Online team to surface the Visio diagrams you or your colleagues have been working on right on the start page. This will also allow new users to find new templates much more easily. As I just mentioned, we'll be launching a lot of new templates, and we want them to be very easily discoverable by users who are just getting started with Visio. We will soon be starting work to surface enterprise templates as well as custom templates made available by our partner ecosystem right within Visio for the web. In addition to these, we will be working with the rest of the Office teams to provide a consistent, coherent in-app experience similar to other Office apps that our folks are used to using. And talking about the larger Microsoft ecosystem, let me share something about the new mind mapping capabilities that Visio is planning to bring to the entire Microsoft ecosystem. Some of you might be aware of the Microsoft Fluid framework that was announced during the last build. We have started to partner with the Fluid team and several other teams within Microsoft to start developing visual components to enrich the Fluid canvas. The first in this series will be a mind mapping component that will be available across applications and help users in different ways depending on the context. For example, in a Teams meeting, you will be able to use the component for group brainstorming and post-meeting follow-ups. While in the Outlook app, you will be able to use it to capture summaries of long emails and highlight the action plan right on top. Another very common use case we are hoping to cater to is to anyone who likes to visually structure their notes in an application like OneNote. And finally, we will be building capabilities right within Visio to convert these mind maps where you have captured your thoughts or action items into more professional diagrams like timelines, org charts, and many other hierarchical representations. Let me show you a quick demo of how this will look like in Visio. Here is a quick peek into the mind mapping capabilities that Visio will bring to the entire Microsoft ecosystem. You will be able to start with a simple structure like this and capture your thoughts visually as you keep adding nodes to the mind map. As you do that, Visio will take care of the placement of shapes and it will maintain the right connections and structure. Of course, we will provide various themes and layouts and automatic intelligent bucketing to distinguish levels of hierarchy of these nodes or different functions the nodes play in the diagram. In today's time, almost all work requires collaboration, and Visio's mind maps will easily let you invite your team members to work on the same canvas and co-create and brainstorm together. The power of Visio will always provide users the flexibility to naturally modify the diagram, even in a co-authoring session, and as users captures their thoughts, Visio will make sure that the diagram continues to look professional and conveys the meaning of the brainstorming session succinctly. As you're seeing in this example, Mukul and I are able to come up with the structure of this session visually, and we are able to exchange ideas and thoughts in a much more natural and conversational manner. We have found this tool to be extremely useful in our day-to-day activities, and we are confident that you will also love the productivity benefits it brings. Through the power of the Fluid technology, you will be able to make the mind maps in one application and take them in another application. For example, you might start with a Teams discussion in Teams meetings and copy over the same mind map into OneNote or Outlook and continue your work there.
That was great, Saurabh. I'm personally very excited for the mind maps feature coming to Visio, and in fact to the whole of Office. I think that's going to be a game changer. So with that, it brings us to the last announcement for the day, and that's self-service purchase for Visio. So what does self-service mean for Visio? It's just another way of securing a Visio license without having to go through your IT admin. And if your organization has enabled the right privileges, users can now go and buy Visio Plan 1 or Plan 2 from the Microsoft Store or from Microsoft Visio's website. What that does for your organization is now your users can simply go and use their domain and secure a license and start collaborating on these diagrams without having to go through an extra step. And before you go, I want to leave you with a few pieces of information that's going to be helpful for you. So the first thing is how to choose the right plan for Visio. If you go to our website, you would find that we have two plans, Plan 1 and Plan 2. Plan 1 comes with the web app, and Plan 2 comes with the desktop app and the web app. And you can find more information to how to choose the right Visio for you. Secondly, we want to leave you with all the right ways to contact us. Starting with our social, you can follow us on Twitter, you can follow us on our Facebook page, or you can even follow us on our LinkedIn. If you have a feature that you want us to build, you can go to user voice and leave a feedback there. For all our latest releases and news and exciting updates that are coming in, tech community is our best place to go to. So I would invite you to go there and check out the blogs. You can definitely try Visio, and you can go to our website to try Visio for free. And if you don't know where to go to find particular information, you can simply email us at tellvisio@microsoft.com. We make sure that we respond to every email that comes our way. And lastly, if you like this video, there are many more videos like these on the Virtual Hub, so definitely check them out. And with that, thank you and have a good day.
Thanks, Mukul, and thanks everyone who listened to this video and watched our demonstration of some of the new features that we're about to bring out into Visio. As Mukul said, we are very eager to learn from you and the feedback that you want to share with us. So please keep that coming our way. And we look forward to sharing more of these features and new capabilities with you very soon. Thank you so much.